Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Hope you all are doing good. My voice has changed a bit and it's because I have cold and mild throat infection. Getting better. However, I wanted to publish this video as soon as possible. Not many are travel vlog fans, but some of you enjoy travel vlogs, just like how I love traveling and sharing those glimpses with you all. As I mentioned in my previous video, this trip was completely organized by Milaan Holidays, with whom we love to book our tours. They do have trips within India and even international ones to various destinations. They have group trips or otherwise. If you love traveling with no hustle, you must contact them and their service is excellent. Don't forget to use my code Mom-tastic at Milan for getting discount for your next travel packages, and this is exclusively for families. I shall share more of the details in the description box. Before going in detail about the remaining part of my Azerbaijan trip, many of you had asked me how my kids and husband were spending their days while I was on this trip. So these clips were taken by them. On the day I left to Baku, it was a Saturday, they had gone for lunch at their favorite spot, that's IKEA. The rest of the days were busy days as they had school and office. On the first weekday, my husband came home early and he worked the later part of the day from home upon request. Kids had tuitions, they had to complete their homeworks and so on. For food, I do have someone coming home for helping me, so I was lucky to tell that person what to cook on each day. That way I could get my family eat home-cooked meals. My husband even otherwise helps me in the laundry and other house chores, so he didn't find it hard to maintain the works at home. It was a bit challenging in the daytime to manage getting back when kids come back from school, but that wasn't needed much because my kids are grown up and they can manage themselves. I want my kids to know that their mom is working and she has traveled for work. Arman was a bit emotional and I made him realize that it's a part of life. He gets emotional even when his father has to leave out of town for work. It's true that mothers are very much attached to their kids and vice versa. At the very beginning, I did have that sort of guilt feeling when I started realizing I'm a working woman and not able to handle the house chores as much as I used to do. I have learned how to balance it over the period. When my sons see me working, they understand that women are equally important in contributing financially for the family. So it's okay to be with their father when mom need to go out for work. And not the least, let their wives thank me later for upbringing my sons who respects women in all aspects of life, be it at home or work. Anyways, getting back on the trip, we were in Gabala and had to check out from the hotel as we were there for just a night. We will be back to Baku after visiting certain spots, and first was the Shiki Palace. Of course, you can get all the details from Google, but let me just give a brief of this. This is Shiki Khan's palace, built in the 18th century by the king of Shiki, Muhammad Hassan Khan. Videography and photography are strictly prohibited inside, so that's the reason of showing just the exterior. We had gone inside to get a tour of it, and it's beautiful with its architecture, especially the geometrically designed tiles and windows. There's another guide inside to explain you the history of it, so you definitely understand more on this. Moving away from the palace, we all chose to take a walk. On the way, there was this man who invited us to have some tea. So why not join him, as that's one of the best part of a trip, engaging with the locals to know their culture. Food was mostly rice, kebabs, grilled chicken and salad. 10 kilometers away from the city of Shiki was this beautiful bio garden where you get to see a lot of fruits and animals such as ducks, rabbits, birds, dogs, and so on. If I'm not wrong, I guess it's a family business and must say they are doing a wonderful job. Tourists or anyone coming here have the freedom to pluck and dig in whichever fruit they see. The best view I got to see is the snow-covered mountains. Don't know if my camera could do justice for the real beauty.
Good.
അതിനുള്ളൂ വേറല്ല അതാ ഇവര് Hello.
Which standard study? Which class? Standard study.
Sixth. Oh, nice.
You speak English?
Eighth? You're eighth?
What's your name?
My name is Swale.
Swale.
My name is
Hassan.
Hassan.
My name is Aina.
Aina.
Yeah, you say.
Akil.
Okay.
Nihal. Huh? The kids there were really excited to have a conversation with us and they were so friendly. For me, rather than eating, it was a wonderful sight to the eyes because I have never seen an apple tree live in my whole life. And of course, getting a chance to taste an organic apple should never be turned down, as I don't think I've ever held an organic apple in my hand. Pomegranate is the national fruit of Azerbaijan as it resembles the shape of fire, and Azerbaijan is called the land of fires. These are hazelnuts.
Saffron farming.
Azerbaijan is one of the oldest senders of saffron in the world, and the saffron cultivated here are considered to be of high quality. The day was complete after we took a short visit to the Nuhur Lake, spending some time there relaxing, having juice, coffee. Later, we had our dinner from a restaurant in Baku. Though we were tired from the long journey from Shiki to Baku, almost 4 hours in the bus, late night, few of us got out to try the shawarma we get there. The night out was to try shawarma but ended up as a street walk at the Nizami street. It was a lively street, neat, clean, riding scooter, engaging with the locals there. I must say, the locals get really excited to see foreigners and spend time with us. They clicked pictures and spoke about their culture, and it was really a refreshing moment. Later had shawarma and a black tea. On the way back to our room, we had kunafa. They serve the sweet kunafa with extra syrup if you need. Along with that, there's either fresh cream or ice cream as per your need. And there's a tiny glass of milk on the side, and that's, I guess, to have when you get that kick in your throat when it gets a bit overly sweet on having the kunafa. So that day was complete with lots of fun. Next day, as usual, we had our breakfast from the hotel and went to visit more spots in Baku. Yanardag is another fascinating spot in Azerbaijan, even for me when I had heard about it or seen in pictures or videos. It didn't interest me much, but when I saw it live, it was something to wonder upon. The fire burns continuously, be it summer, winter, rain, snow, or whichever climate it may be. That's really surprising. So that's the name Yanardag, meaning burning mountain. It's claimed that the Yanardag flame was only noted when accidentally lit by a shepherd in the 1950s and has never extinguished. The reason of the fires is the result of hydrocarbon gases from below the earth's surface. So the fire is lit naturally. It was too windy and extremely cold that day. Our hands were freezing and we couldn't stand there for long. Next spot was to the Atishka of Baku, also called the Fire Temple or the Hindu Temple. The temple was used as a Hindu, Sikh and Zoroastrian place of worship. These historic places may sound a bit boring, at least for me, if I hadn't traveled to that place to see it live myself. But once we get there and listen to what's behind the scenes, it sounds really interesting to know more about. The Baku Atishka was a pilgrimage and philosophical center of Zoroastrians from northwestern Indian subcontinent who were involved in trade with the Caspian area through the Grand Trunk Road. The four holy elements of their belief were fire, air, water and earth. There's more to learn about this place and you can of course find so much on Google. But rather than just Googling, it's always recommended to come visit yourself and experience. Later we had our lunch. Whichever restaurant we have gone, they have bread, salad and the infused water on the table. Later comes the soup and the main course. On the way, stopped at this location to get great photos and videos. This is the Hyderali Center, which has a unique look designed by an Iraqi-British architect. Then went to the old city for a bit of shopping.
The name of this was Gosha. Gosha means Bindur.
Shopping is sometimes a bit expensive, especially being a tourist, because they tell high price and then we need to negotiate. All that I love to buy for a memory is souvenir to place on my fridge. We have all the souvenirs from whichever country we have visited, beginning from our Turkey trip. We really get tempted to buy so much from each location, but I rather save that money for my next trip. We got back to our room, had some time to rest, so I made tea for both of us.
full energy hello hi Azerbaijan trip super.
After some entertainments within us, we went for a gala dinner. It was all fun. Even the staff there joined us and all had great time before dinner arrived.
Once again, all together. 2, 3.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
End of the day was feedback. Many of them had shared how wonderful the experience was. She is an inspiring person in our trip. Everyone called her mummy, the same way as she was called by her children. She is one traveling person and had shared wonderful moments from her journeys and the changes it made in her. It was time to say goodbye to the place and the whole team. We thoroughly enjoyed the whole journey because of such lovely group of people in this trip. Nobody had complaints. Enjoying the fullest was the main intention of each one of us. Getting engaged with each other, mingling with each other, getting to know more about each other. This group was amazing, just like the place.
Boo-boo? Me.
Only once you travel, you know what impact it has made in you, and you never stop traveling. Once you come back from a trip, you start planning for the next one. Yes, you get addicted to travel, and it's normal. If you can travel having a supportive family, it's because they have a broader mind. And if your family isn't much supportive, at least you can bring a change by letting your children or supporting someone in the family who loves to travel and explore. Men or women, it's humans who need to travel. Gender has nothing to do in this. So travel the world, explore the world, and let the world join you. Now let me show you a couple of gifts I received in this trip. Now this is a very beautiful silverware. This is from Shaina. She was there in our trip, who also has a YouTube channel and an Instagram page. Shall mention in my description box. Now this is another one from Bobina, who I had mentioned in my previous video. She gifted this beautiful set in which they serve tea in Azerbaijan. Thank you so much for these lovely gifts. So that's all for the Azerbaijan vlogs. See you with home vlogs and cooking vlogs for some time until my next travel. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you soon. Until then, take care. Bye bye.